Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. It's time to get the boats ready for the new season. First up, the motors. Okay, so of course this is the 18-foot SunTracker Bass Buggy. We got this with a grant. This is the Alvernia University boat that can be used to take students out and introduce them to Pennsylvania waterways, and also underprivileged students can get out on the boat. So we're going to start ramping up that program this summer. So we got to make sure the boat's ready. We also have the Bay Shark 2 here. This is the boat I do a lot of fishing on. Of course, it is 14 feet long and powered by the 8-horse Honda with the four-blade propeller. And over on the pontoon boat, we have a little 20-horse Mercury, and that pushes it, 10 to 12 miles an hour. So it's not a real speed demon, but it gets the job done. So we're going to make sure that fires up. And of course, this motor is the Johnson. This is modeled after Howard Livingston from howardlivingston.com. His music band has one that raises a lot of money for KOA Care Camp for kids. So we built this one after that because we enjoy his music and support the cause. This motor of all three, by the way, gets the most use. So to test this one, it takes certain ingredients, maybe a little bit of rum, some cranberry juice and pineapple juice and ice, the Honda motor, and the Mercury just take fuel and water. So let's check this one first. First thing we got to do, put a little ice in there. A little cranberry juice. Of course, you can mix anything you want in here. Little pineapple juice. Little rum. Now, we use Parrot Bay coconut rum, we use Malibu coconut rum, and our favorite when we can get it is Blue Chair rum. So put a little rum in there. The lid on there. And give it a test. Okay. Take that top off. Get our official cup here. Notice the fish on there. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? So there you can see our drink. Give it a taste test to make sure that motor did its job. Now that's going to help get the rest of the projects done. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next up is starting the Honda 8-horse. This is a 4-stroke, but I do have it winterized and put the oil base through there just to make sure. And what we'll do is we'll put our ears down here so the motor can get water even though it's not in the water. And we'll fire up and see how she does. Let's get to it. This is what we use. The hose hooks on here and you slide this on either side of the motor, and it has tension against there so the water goes in through the water pump to make sure the motor doesn't overheat. And of course, water is going to go everywhere. but that's okay as long as it's getting into the motor. So you can see I have it covering the water intakes on both sides. So we got our gas line all hooked up. Squeeze the bulb a couple times. And of course, here's our choke. We're ready to fire up. Now we got the water on. Pumping water. So you can see it's running, and we're letting that motor warm up because it's been sitting all winter. So it hasn't run since October. So it'll take a little bit for it to warm up, to burn off all that coating oil, and then it should be ready for the water. Now that motor pushes that boat 15 to 16 knots. So it's a good little motor, 8 horsepower pushing this boat. And of course I have room for 6 rods on there, storage underneath the deck that I built. So I kind of modified it so it's more like a bass boat. But it does a really good job on the lakes here and up in Tioga County. So next up, we're gonna fire up the motor over here and see if this one works. Okay, so this one, 20 horsepower is remote start, so I have to go up on deck to start it, but you'll be able to hear it start as we do it. Turn the water on. This one's been sitting also, and it fired right up. Really pumping good pressure. We'll let her warm up a little bit. We'll test the gears. Okay, so we know all three motors work. The Honda on the Bass Shark 2, the little PolarKraft 1460 works. The 20 horse on the SunTracker pontoon boat works. And the old Johnson margarita maker, frozen margarita maker, we tested that one first because that drink sustains us as we get all this work done. But notice we have the registration number on the Bass Shark and it's good through 2023. But the registration numbers are not on this boat. So that's our next project. We got to get the registration numbers on there and then we're legal to take it out. So here are the instructions to put them on. So it reads from left to right. So on this side we'll start in the front of the boat with PA, and then on the other side we'll actually start with the sticker because we read left to right. So let's get started. In Pennsylvania they must be 3-inch letters and stand out. So I chose white letters for the black background. The other side. The other side is going to look just a little bit different, so we'll check that out. And notice I had to buy 2 packs of letters. Even though I have all these extra, you can see there's only 1 P and 1 Z, which made it impossible to get this done without buying 2 packs. I use this rivet to guide me on where the beginning should be. Okay, we got all the air bubbles out. Next up is the Z, so I got to go to the new pack. Getting a little more efficient. And now she is ready. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video. And give it a thumbs up, that helps it reach a larger audience. But more important than all that, go have some fun out there. Thanks for watching.